French models are no longer allowed to be anorexic. Ooh la la, a chance to realize my dreams of becoming a French model. Indiana faces serious blowback from a new bill, so write your own joke. And the battle for net neutrality rages on. I don't know about you, but I don't want to have to write a congressperson every time I watch Game of Thrones. This is Starseed Activate. Hi, my name is Gareth and welcome to Starseed Activate. Humans in the French sector just made a move to ban skinny models. Anyone with a body mass index below a healthy level will not be able to work as a catwalk model. According to the new law, agencies that employ models considered unhealthily thin could face a fine of 75,000 euros and face up to 6 months in jail. The move is to send a message to girls that might look to models as an aesthetic example. Now, the National Union of Modeling Agencies protested the shift in legality, arguing that it would affect the competitiveness of French models. Look, let it go, National Union of Modeling Agencies. I think I speak for most everyone when I say that we think seeing everyone at a healthy weight is a great thing, and we won't mind one bit. So you hear that, French models? Baguettes and brie are back on the menu. Good job, France. In completely non-related non-news, a man trying to shovel snow became an overnight internet sensation by defying all forms of gravity. It's easier to just show you. The internet then responded with this. And of course, this. I know that isn't really news, but I think it's a good visual representation of the state of Indiana, who really shit the bed at the end of March by signing a bill into law that gives religious conservatives the freedom to discriminate against their own gay citizens in a move that ruffled the feathers of the entire country. Corporations, celebrities, athletes, and the masses took to all forms of media to voice their disgust. It seems like the American sector has reached a sort of tipping point in regards to gay rights. The verdict on excluding gays? It's not cool, man. Legislators scrambled to put a band-aid on it after business owners in the state predicted that it would have the economic impact of Hurricane Katrina. Some people are saying the economic impact is more like Pompeii. Supporters of the bill...
Hey, Scotty. Jesus, man.
Excuse me. As I was saying, supporters of the bill have become easy targets for anyone living in the 21st century. But here's where the story gets funny. Due to the broad nature of the bill, Indiana may have inadvertently legalized everything from smoking weed to polygamy, common practices in a number of religions. A high priest of the Aquarian Tabernacle Church in Indiana has said that these bills are horrible, but they could end up allowing Wiccans to marry any way they want, smoke weed, do psychedelics, refuse drug tests, and dance naked on full moons. The high priest also stated that they are the 5th largest religion in the states and the fastest growing. Now, the 180 by many politicians has reminded us all of one really important thing. If you want change, you have to hit them in the pocketbook. Even children know the democratic process has been perverted beyond all recognition by lobbyists and lawmakers alike. The only vote anyone has left is what you spend your money on. So Indiana, thanks for the heads up that boycotts are the new elections. I probably won't be stopping by until you switch back to these from your current ensemble. Now, it's easy to see that the internet has had a huge impact on events such as this, but the internet is a complex, ever-changing landscape. I personally consider the internet to be the physical manifestation of an emerging collective consciousness, and to help break down how that affects you, we are going to check in with Devin in the Tech Lab for what you need to know in our new segment, Techno.
Hi, my name is Devin Mardix, and welcome to the first installment of Techno, a segment where we discuss issues from the tech world that are socially important. Today we are talking about net neutrality. What is net neutrality, and why is it important to you? Well, the internet acts as a web where information is transferred between different points like a human brain. While the brain uses synapses to communicate between different neurons, the internet uses Ethernet cables, fiber optic cables, and satellites to communicate between different computers. These cables and satellites are owned by companies called Internet Service Providers, or ISPs. All of the information or data that flows through this web is treated equally by the ISPs, hence the term net neutrality. Data coming from Netflix is treated the same as data coming from, say, Facebook. All the websites get access to the same speed and quality, that is, until recently. A handful of powerful phone and cable companies want to end data equality by slowing down the data coming from certain websites. That is, if those websites refuse to pay them extra money. That's right, if you own a website or provide web content and don't want to pay ISPs like Comcast extra, they want to put your traffic in an internet slow lane. For those who do cough up the dough, they would get an internet fast lane. Certain websites like Netflix have already had their data slowed down by the likes of Verizon and other mega corporations. Ever wonder why your Netflix is slow and other sites are not? The large internet companies have already tried passing legislation that allows for these internet fast lanes. Sadly, they use the term net neutrality to try and disguise their legislation. We aren't falling for it. Thankfully, due to a large outcry from tech companies and the public, the FCC is rejecting the internet fast lane proposal and keeping our data equal. It's no surprise that following this decision, the FCC was immediately sued by the United States Telecom Association, a trade group that represents companies like Comcast and Verizon. Now, this is a huge victory for net neutrality, especially considering that the chairman for the FCC is none other than Tom Wheeler. Who's that? He's a well-regarded venture capitalist and former cable and wireless industry lobbyist. Some would say his past as a cable lobbyist is a conflict of interest and that he shouldn't be allowed anywhere near the FCC. Or maybe that's just me. Even though we've achieved a victory against the cable giants, the fight for net neutrality is never over. We are in a fight against corporations who have seemingly endless resources. We must stay vigilant against their next attack. If you want to help out, we've added links to contact your representatives and the FCC so you can tell them what you think about keeping our internet open and free.
Thanks, Devin. We will let you get back to fighting the good fight. Please keep us posted on things like this in the future.
Will do.
Well, before we go, I think we should check back in with the state of Indiana and see how things are going over there.
Boys and girls, the Lord Jesus Christ is the one who gives us new life, and He's doing a new thing for us.
You know He's doing it. God is doing a new thing. You know He's doing it. God is doing a new thing. You know He's doing it. Who's doing it? God is doing a new thing. You know He's doing it. Yo, who's doing it? God is doing a new thing. My God is doing a brand new thing. Well, since time began, He remains the same. Faithful, committed to His word, and silent. A cornerstone unstirred. I look down through the ages, and you will find God doesn't change, but He knows the time. From harp, piano, to song to rap, you know. God's with us, so I cannot lack it. So God is doing a new thing in our lives. Lord. We're doing a new thing through Jesus Christ. Doing a new thing through our music. We're doing a new thing so He can use it. God's using this music out to come in strong. Michael Clancy's y'all singing this song to make you think twice about the way that you live and that you know Christ is the one who will give.
That was definitely a video. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. See you next time, even though time is fake.
You know He's doing it. God is doing a new thing. You know He's doing it. God is doing a new thing. You know He's doing